October 1941, Ypsilanti, Michigan. A cold wind rolls across a flat stretch of farmland. Corn stalks sway in the dying light. Golden, brittle, silent. There's nothing here. No roads, no rails, no reason for anyone to stop. And yet, on this empty patch of earth, one man is about to promise the impossible. Henry Ford, the titan who once put America on wheels, stands in a wool coat, staring across the horizon. Behind him, a group of military officers, engineers, and skeptical bureaucrats wait for him to speak. The United States isn't at war yet, but in Europe, the world is burning. Britain is desperate for bombers. Hitler's Luftwaffe owns the skies. And the U.S. Army Air Corps knows that if America joins the fight, it will need thousands, tens of thousands of planes. Henry Ford clears his throat. He points to the cornfield. "We'll build them here," he says. B-24s, one every hour. The officers exchange. Automobiles and bombers are nothing alike. A car can afford a scratch. A bomber cannot. The B-24's rivets alone require surgical precision. Its wingspan stretches over 110 feet, too wide for any existing assembly line. Ford's engineers argue, Consolidated's designers protest, Washington hesitates. Yet Ford refuses to back down. "We build an automobile every minute," he says. "We can build a bomber every hour." He's staking his legacy on it, and, unknowingly, the future of the free world. But as the first steel arches rise into the Michigan sky, winter closes in. Supplies freeze, trains stall, workers fall. By the spring of 1942, the corn is gone. In its place stands a structure so massive, so alien, that farmers driving past it stopped their tractors and stare. 4 million square feet of concrete and glass. A roof stretching almost a mile. Inside, a single assembly line long enough to fit 100 bombers nose to tail. This is Willow Run, Ford's miracle in the making. But to the engineers on the ground, it feels more like a nightmare. The B-24 Liberator is not a Model T. It's an aircraft built by hand. Every joint riveted, every wire soldered, every seam inspected by experts. Trying to mass produce it feels like forcing a symphony through a conveyor belt. The first parts don't fit. The blueprints from Consolidated aircraft arrive incomplete. Assembly steps that once took hours now take minutes. Riveters move in rhythm. Inspectors catch flaws by sound alone. Each new worker trains the next, a chain of skill spreading like fire. In the center of it all stands Charles Sorensen, Ford's legendary production wizard. The man who once helped Henry design the moving assembly line now faces his hardest challenge yet, making aircraft flow like cars. Sorensen walks the floor at night, coat collar up, eyes tracing the line of half-built bombers. He studies every motion, every delay, every wasted second. And then, one evening, he sketches something radical. A re-engineered assembly line in the shape of a giant L. It will move the bombers from raw parts to flight-ready aircraft without ever stopping. It's elegant, simple, impossible. But Sorensen orders it built anyway. Weeks later, as the new line takes shape, something clicks. The factory breathes differently. Engines hum, wings glide down the rails. It's war turned into choreography. And outside, a sea of bombers fills the runways. The ground trembles when they start their engines in unison. Hundreds of Liberators, their olive-drab skins glinting under the morning sun. From above, the sight is breathtaking, an ocean of wings stretching to the horizon. Henry Ford himself visits occasionally, his expression unreadable. He doesn't speak much anymore, but he doesn't need to. Willow Run has said it all. What was once a cornfield now builds more bombers than all of Germany's factories combined. Each B-24 that leaves this place carries not just bombs, but belief,
proof that democracy, when mobilized, could outbuild tyranny. Yet, behind the triumph lies a quiet tension. The faster the planes roll out, the closer they get to the end of something. Because every war machine, no matter how magnificent, exists for one terrible purpose. And soon, those bombers will fly into the deadliest skies the world has ever seen. March,
And as flak rattles against the fuselage, he whispers, half prayer, half gratitude, "Hold together, Willow Run, hold together." Back in Michigan, the factory roars on, unaware that its creations are now fighting for their lives thousands of miles away. For every bomber that doesn't come back, Willow Run sends 2 more. It becomes the beating heart of America's industrial war machine. Proof that factories can be weapons, that industry itself can be an army. By 1945, B-24 Liberators have come from the Cornfield. Each one takes to the sky, from North Africa to Italy, from Normandy to Berlin. They flatten German oil fields, cripple rail lines, and carve open the path to victory. But inside the factory, as the final bombers roll out, a strange stillness begins to settle. The war is nearing its end. Rumors spread that production will soon stop. And when the last B-24 leaves the line, the workers gather in silence. No speeches, no fanfare,